Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here back with another part of What If Naruto Was Raised by the Sannins. And if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel before continuing this video. And yeah guys, today is going to be a double upload, so stay tuned for the other part to be uploaded as well. And without further ado, let's continue our story. Chapter 14. Bored now, Naruto said as he twisted the Ivanin's neck around with minimum effort. You and Anko have short attention spans, Kin hissed as she pickpocketed the bodies of the Iva ninja they had just fought. Gaara, surrounded by sand as it flowed back into his gourd, gave the puddle that had been his opponent a disappointed look. The gear was blood-soaked from his attack, the flesh being liquefied under the pressure. Another Earth Scroll. Naruto said, finding the scroll in his opponent's belongings. Head for the tower? He asked. We haven't encountered the Uchiha, Kin said. Naruto shook his head. With Natas and his freaks here, it would be a bad idea to remain as exposed as we are now. They had encountered a Grass team too, 2 minutes ago, and got the Heaven Scroll as well. They've been searching the last hour for the Uchiha, but came out empty. And we haven't seen the others as well, Kin said. Gaara? Naruto asked, seeing his red-haired friend pulling out the map. Kankuro and his team are coming from the north, far side. Haku's team is coming from the west, he said, pointing at the locations on the map. Good thing we all carry sand bales, Kin muttered. Gaara nodded and pointed at the map. The Uchiha team would be coming from this way. That's too far out of our way. Best bet would be Kankuro and Kabuto, with Dosu getting to him first. The three Otonins studied the map, were not far from Haku and Temari. Naruto began and Kin chuckled. Wonder if Ryu's alive or being dragged. Ryu's got skills, Kin-chan. He just hates putting in the effort, Naruto said. If my sister has to, she will beat him the whole way to the tower to motivate him, Gaara said. Yeah, especially if she wants to impress Naruto-kun here, Kin muttered. Naruto pretended to play deaf as she looked at the map. Nata's team should be in that area near Sasuke. While I didn't relish the idea of him getting the Sharingan, we're not close enough, and with Scorpion and Sub-Zero here backing him up, this could get worse. The wave of killing intent from the distance stopped him. That came from Nata, Haku and Temari's location, Naruto said, and not wasting time leapt to the trees and put on speed. Kin and Gaara right behind him, the three sharing the thought of please be of white. Link break. Get back, you bastards! Temari yelled, using her fan to create a wind cyclone to send the kunai back at the trio of Sunanin. Just my luck, we ran into Sunanins and they had a grudge and ordered for my father to kill me. Kankuro and Gaara, bastard. The blonde wind user snarled. Haku was entertaining the other two while Ryu was dealing with one of the forest inhabitants in the form of a pair of tigers. She used her fan to send the kunai back at the Sunanin. She blinked when a hand appeared in the nin's chest. Seconds later, the Sunanin was ripped apart. Standing there was a ninja in gear similar to the ones that Naruto had warned them about, but its markings were different and in blood red. Cracks. You fool, another voice, and Temari saw a man with half-metal faceplate. We're supposed to join up with the others. Shut up, Kano. The one identified as Cyrex intoned in a cold, emotionless voice. Finish off the Suna fools or give them to Jade. The one called Kano snorted, his lone eye focusing on Temari. Well, hello, pretty. Temari leapt back to higher tree, her eyes taking in the two men. What do you want? You're not part of the exams. Kankuro chuckled. You're right, sweetness. We're not, but we can't let you inform the authorities now, can we? Ryu blowed finished off the tigers with a spinning uppercut. Haku was with her against these two, and she knew there was another one out there, somewhere. Not good. If they're here with the ones Naruto said to avoid, this is going to get uglier than Kankuro coming out of a shower with his puppet. Temari thought. How about we saw nothing and you leave us and our teams alone? She tried to negotiate. Negative. Cyrex intoned. No witnesses. But we wouldn't have witnessed nothing if you didn't involve yourselves in our fight. Ain't she something sounds like one of them lawyer types? Kano said. Haku, not wasting any more time, launched a series of needles at Kano. He flashed his killing intent as he smacked them out of the air. It was oppressive and deadly. So dark, so rich with murder. Haku and Tamari both thought. Sorry, loves, but business is business. We'll make it quick, Kano said, drawing a large knife. He licks the blade. Scream for me, he said before leaping. Link break. Naruto and his team arrived as Kano was startling Tamari and had his knife in a reverse grip and was about to plunge it down. One moment Naruto was there, the next he was kicking Kano off the blonde fan users. Yes, I got his name right. Sorry about it. Who the hell are you? Kano demanded. Naruto, and you were attacking someone precious to me. Naruto-kun, look out! He dove aside and Cyrex missed him with a chakra net that hit a tree and began to dissolve. Great. Another one of Naruto's freak squad. Kano paused and Cyrex looked at him. So you're the Naruto block we're to avoid. Kano said. You told to avoid me? Yeah, the boss says if we engage you, we are to back off immediately. He looked at Tamari. Looks like you owe me a scream later, pretty. Come near her again, and I will kill you, Naruto growled. Kano smirked and shivered threateningly. Oh, so scared, mate. Just be glad I honor my contracts. He turned towards his partner. Let's go. We need to hook up with Jade and get to the Uchiha. The two sunshined away. Naruto helped Tamari up as Haku landed next to them. You both okay? Yeah. The one called Kano is quick. He seemed to shimmer as he moved. Tamari said. Ryu climbed up the tree and sighed. Are we done? Can we go to the tower now? Haku nodded. We got our scrolls. We were just trying to find the Uchiha. Naruto nodded. Gaara has sand eyes on the other teams. We know where he is, but Naruto's team is nearby and Kasan wants us to avoid them. So the mission will have to wait. Unless this Naruto gets to him first, Tamari said as Gaara and Kin joined them. So what are we going to do? Ryu asked. Head towards the tower, but we'll hold off entering for now. I want to see if we can slow down any of the other teams. Naruto decided. If we're lucky, we might get to the Uchiha that way. That close towards the tower? Kin asked. Naruto shrugged. In this phase of the exam, we can kill up until they reach the tower. Haku and Tamari nodded. Gaara looked at the Sunanin that littered the crowd. Tamari explained. Seems father needs a lesson in family bonding. Gaara said coldly. We'll deal with him soon enough. Uncle Orochi won't like that. He tried this either. We can deal with. Tamari began hotly, but Naruto cut her off. I'm sure you can, Tamari-chan, but you are Otonins now. That is constituted as breaking the contract your father, the Kazekage, made with Uncle Orochi when he traded 3 ninjas for you. He looked at the others. Well, let's go, Gaara. The map. The sand users pulled out the map and using his sand-made markers, we're here. The Konoha Genin are here. Here, and the Uchiha's team is here. In what we've been told is dark territory to do the size of the insects and the other beasts there. It is also under a permanent vial of darkness. Natas and his freaks throw off the plans, and it's best if we avoid them. Natas is easily Sannin level, and Scorpion and Sub-Zeros are near Jonin level at the time, if my evaluation is correct. Ryu snorted. Near yours or Gaara's level then. While we're strong, we aren't going to show our abilities here. We're in enemy territories, remember? Konoha's our enemy? Ryu asked in surprise and the others groaned. Don't you ever listen during briefings? Kin said. Did you say something? Ryu fired back only to get a triple smack across the back of his head from the 3 women in the group. As I was saying, Kankuro and his team are coming from the north, and we'll have to cross the tower to come towards us and the Uchiha. And they aren't aware of the added freaks, Haku said, unless they have another team other than the one we just saw. Then we'll assume no, Naruto confirmed. Well, it's settled. We'll set traps along this route and hope for the best, Tamari said as she grabbed her large fan. Move out, Naruto ordered, and they took to the trees. Link break. Anko looked at the message she just gotten from Haku and shuddered. She hurried off and pulled Tsunade to the side. We've got more trouble, Kasan, she said lowly. Natas has another team in the forest, independent of exam. Damn it! Naruto ordered the mission to change in the field. He ordered your team and mine to set up a trap for the Uchiha, but it seems the Naruto's are after him as well. Shit, Tsunade said. Naruto told the team to not engage the freaks of Naruto's, and if it looks like they got the Uchiha, they'll enter the tower and abandon the target. Tsunade was relieved to hear that, so they got the scrolls. Uncle smirked. Haku said Naruto's team had their scrolls 2 minutes in. Tsunade smiled. That's my boy. Uncle smiled. That's my little brother for ya. Should we tell Aeropop? Uncle asked. Nah, I think he's off peeping on the bathhouse again. We'll let him know later on. What about Uncle O? Tsunade smiled. He's with the Hokage. Wouldn't be right to disturb him yet. We just want to hold on to this and gloat later. Damn right I am, Tsunade said. But we can let Kimimaro know. I'll go find Bones then. Uncle sunshined away and Tsunade saw the Konoha Jonin were still talking about their students. Be careful, Naruto. Be careful. Chapter 15. What is keeping that cross-dressing brother of yours? Naruto asked Temari and Gaara. Both of his Sabuka siblings shared a look and shrugged. Kabuto and Dosu should have been able to keep him out of trouble. Naruto hated waiting. It was one thing he shared with his Kasan. Neither had the patience to wait long periods. He looked to the kin, cleaning her battle flute. Haku was meditating and Ryu was asleep against a log. His headband covered his eyes. Temari and Gaara were playing shogi, and Gaara was losing badly. Naruto was pacing back and forth now, as still waiting, and it was getting on his nerves. Gaara, what's same as you asked me before? Their positions on the map haven't changed. They're all in a sit and wait pattern. The Konoha Genin team have moved up, but they all seem to be converging on the Uchiha's position. Naruto bit his lip. Popular bastard, isn't he? What do you think? He asked the Sabuko sips. About what? Temari asked. Should we go see what's happening? Naruto said. You said we should sit and wait, Temari said. Yeah, but I don't think they were going to be dragging their feet like this. Naruto said. Hey! They all looked up to see Kankuro. Kabuto and Dosu came around the tower and made for them. What took you so long? Naruto asked. Kankuro shrugged and went to talk to his siblings. Naruto looked at Kabuto, who pushed his glasses up. Forgive us, Naruto-sama. We ran into a squad that is aligned with Naruto's. Damn it, Naruto muttered. They won't be around any longer. It's what took us so long, as they proved to be decent fighters. Dosu nodded. They identified themselves as Reptile, Smoke, and Drain. They were all dressed similar to Scorpion and Sub-Zero but different colors. Yeah, I kicked ass, Kankuro said, and the other side at his boasting. Kankuro did fare well. He lost a puppet as the one called Reptile spat acid. Bastard was fast too. He could blend into the foliage like a chameleon. Kankuro said from where he was raiding his siblings back for food. Lost my backpack and two of my puppets. You still have Crow? Temari gestured to the wrapped puppet. Yeah, those who saved him for me. They're dead, and we sealed them in scrolls to hand over to Lord Orochimaru. Kabuto continued. How was your task? Naruto went on to explain the other team and how Naruto was stalking the Uchiha. He showed them the map. They're in the area called Dark Territory. It seems like a waiting game. No one has moved according to Gaara's sand eyes. A snake slithered out of the foliage and towards the tower. Lord Naruto. Asya. Naruto went to a knee and held out an arm for the little snake. What are you doing here? Message for your mother and uncle. The Oto ninja were on their feet and gathered around. Report to tower. Scrub mission. The little asp hissed. Well, that's that then, Naruto said. Thanks for your mission, Asya. You done well. He stroked the snake's head. I'll make sure Nechan gets you some mice. Thank you, Naruto. You are so kind. The snake hissed itself and dismissed. Naruto and the other Roton group got together. Well, you heard the orders. Uchiha is out of our hands. Head to the tower. Kabuto stopped him. I'm afraid we didn't get a heaven scroll, Naruto-sama, he said. Naruto looked at the others. Anyone got a spare? Shakes of head and Naruto groaned. And the only team left in Dark Territory. Wonderful. Naruto straightened. We will get on and get a scroll. We could help, Nada said. No, Lady Snare would not be pleased. Our team will do it alone and join you as soon as possible. Go to the tower, Naruto-sama. Naruto narrowed his eyes, then sighed. Very well, Kabuto. Don't die. My sister would be most displeased. Kin and Haku snorted and Tamari shook her head as well. After dividing up the supplies to rearm Kabuto and the six cannon entered the tower, while the last Auto team headed off towards something far more dangerous. Link break. Naruto and the others opened the scroll and were greeted by Tsunade and Anko. They were ushered to a side room where Orochimaru and Jiraiya was waiting. Where the other team? Orochimaru asked, getting to his feet. They didn't acquire a scroll yet. They did run into another team of Nata freaks. Naruto said that they reported everything and Orochimaru did not like what he was hearing. And with them all in dark territory, anything can happen, Orochimaru hissed. He's after the Uchiha. Yes, he admitted as much as did the one called Kano. Naruto looked at the others and turned around. I'm going. No, Tsunade, Anko, and Orochimaru said at the same time. We need to stay here. But what about Naruto started to complain? We need to trust their abilities, Orochimaru said sadly. Konoha is watching us carefully. If you go charging back out there. Naruto spun and kicked a chair across the room. Damn it, Uncle. Naruto is out there. Kankuro, Kabuto, and Doso are going to get annihilated. We need to trust them, Naruto, Orochimaru said. I hate it as well, but right now we can't go running around like a leaf nin with one of Jiraiya's stupid books. We need to play smart and keep what we know close. Satobi has admitted that many in Konoha would like nothing more than to kill you. Fucking fox, Naruto muttered, resting a hand on his stomach. He looked at Anko, who looked unsettled as well. They remembered Naruto's and how strong he was. Link break. Bad idea, Kankuro muttered as they leapt from branch to branch. Did I mention this was a stupid idea? He asked a little bit louder. Kabuto sighed and adjusted his glasses. Numerous times, but we have our mission. He said, Aboard? Kankuro said, too late. We're committed. Doso admitted, we're nearly there. Kankuro sighed. This has clusterfuck written all over it. He muttered, fingering the kunai Naruto and Temari had armed him with. There, Naruto said as they landed on the branch. Down in a clearing, they saw the Uchiha's team laid to waste. Naruto was holding the Uchiha by his throat. What should we do? How about die? The three Otonin scattered as Kano landed with a crane, his knife buried deep into the branch where they'd been a second before. We have no quarrel with you, Kabuto said. We just need a scroll to enter the tower. You kicking the shit out of Konoha is none of our business. The usual quiet medic said he was nervous. The amount of killer intent coming from the clearing was at least levels nearly making them sick. Even at this distance, you killed our comrades. Kano said as he licked the blade of his knife. They attacked us. We have no quarrel and want none, Dosu said. Oh, you got a quarrel, mate. Cyrex hates losing those he considered clan. The other three scattered again as the acid net slammed into the tree and started to dissolve the bark, scorching the tree. Not good. Kabuto thought seeing another nin join the knife wielder, a woman wearing an outfit similar to Anko's with green hot pants and halter top and a mask joined them. She was holding a staff. About time you joined us, Dade. Kano snarked. You leave us with all the work. Poor baby, she said, tossing her long black hair over her shoulder with a snap of her head. Nata says leave one alive to deliver a message to Uzumaki, she said, holding up a scroll. She points. Leave that one. Kill the other two. Oh shit. Link break. Nata smirked as Sub-Zero shattered the pink-haired girl into hundreds of pieces, and the Uchiha other teammate was burnt alive by Scorpion. He looked at the Uchiha in his grasp. Don't worry, boy. The suffering is about to end. I just want your eyes. Even without the Sharingan activated, I can use them. Uchiha DNA, after all, will be valuable to the highest bidder soon. Nata paused. I suppose we'll need more genetic material. He snapped his fingers and another ninja appeared. She wore the same marks as Sub-Zero. Frost. Take him to the doctor. Once he has all the needs, kill him and dispose of him. The female ninja, like the other two, was silent as she froze Sasuke Uchiha in a block of ice up to his neck and then vanished in a blast of cold air. He looked over his shoulder as Jade, Kano, and Cyrex disposed of the Otonin. He considered killing the other Konoha nin, but they were like frightening rabbits hiding in the bushes. Let's go. I wish to see how Naruto can handle the next round. Naruto and his team leapt away, the sign of slaughters all around. In the bushes, teammate Team 9, Team 10 were being sick at the wholesale slaughter. They just witnessed, too afraid to from the killer intent to even move to help Team 7. Neji Yuga, the first able to move, saw the Otonin and found a survivor amidst the carnage. He saw the scroll stuffed into the nin's head and read the name Uzumaki. It was a name Neji would remember. It was a name he would blame for the slaughter here in the forest. It was a name he'd report to Hokage as soon as possible. Chapter 16. Pardon the intrusion, Lord Orochimaru. The Hokage requests your presence, a chunin said from the opening door. Tell the Sandam I will be there shortly. Orochimaru said, I got a bad feeling about this. Naruto stow it, Kaki. Everything is fine, Jiraiya said. No, it's not, Hero Pops. Kabuto and the others should have made it back here. Naruto said, Anko, stay with your brother and the others. Dog, come with me, Orochimaru said. What about me? Tsunade asked. Protect them, Hime. Orochimaru whispered to her. Naruto's right, something feels off. She nodded as she pulled out a deck of cards. Anyone for poker? Link break. Orochimaru looked at the escort he and Jiraiya picked up. His personal guard along with nearly 20 Anbus. Something is wrong here. He hissed. Jiraiya said nothing, but Orochimaru noted the serious looks in the friend's eyes. Trap. The Totsuei asked. No, not from Sarutobi-sensei. Danzo? The Otokage snorted. The old war horse is on the run. I thought he'd mess with us now. The council then? And start a war? Orochimaru signaled Jirobo. Make sure Kimimaro stays close to Naruto, he hissed. Already done, my lord. Seiken and Ukon want to know if we should kill any other Anbu. Orochimaru shook his head. Not right now, they're watching. I'm sure the Hokage has an explanation for this. The powerhouse of the Sound 4 fell back. They reached the tower and entered, ignoring the secretary. They entered the Hokage's Orochi, Jiraiya. Come on in. Once they were in and seated, the third Hokage sighed as they took the seat. I have some disturbing news. Several Genins were killed in the forest by an outsider force. We were made aware of them by our Genin teams, who managed to avoid them. Orochimaru said, not all of them, I'm afraid. What? What do you... Jiraiya paused. Kabuto? Kankuro? Dosu? I'm afraid two of them are dead, and the third is in critical condition. The man who did this called himself Natas. Orochimaru closed his eyes. Which one survived? Kabuto Yakushi, and that's due to a bloodline he got for rapid healing. The third said. Natas and his team arrived in tower, but there were other witnesses. A Genin team saw what happened. They witnessed the death of two Konoha Genin and the kidnapping of a third. We're sorry to hear this, but what does this have to do with us, Sarutobi? We need to check on our Genin. The scroll was left with the survivor, Hokage said, holding up a bloodstained scroll. It was sadly addressed to Naruto Uzumaki, but the Genin that found them opened it. I believe that Naruto is responsible for what happened. Figures, the Gaki is not even there, and Konoha blames him. Naruto left a message. He wants Naruto to participate in the Chunin exams. No pulling him out. He wants to see how strong he is, and if Naruto can win, he will return our stolen Genin to us, unharmed. He lies, Orochimaru said. We have no choice but to believe him. You must keep Naruto in tournament and not pull your Genin out. Unacceptable. I am not risking my son for a Genin of Konoha because some psychopath wants to play games. The Genin in question is Sasuke Uchiha. If you don't aid us, the council will see this as collaboration. We have not treated with Konoha, so why should we care about those bastards who, if I remember correctly, ordered assassination mission on our son? Orochimaru said, cutting him off. Really, Sensei? You think we don't know what's going on around here? The under-the-table missions by the council, the backroom dealings of kidnappings. Jiraiya said, your former teammates are still in contact with Danzo, and they influenced the civilian councils even though they were stripped of their titles. The last time we were here, Orochimaru continued, we will mention this to Naruto and allow him to make a decision. We will inform you later on. Orochimaru said, Jiraiya stood. Now if you excuse me, I have a Genin to check on. Let's not know about this whole fiasco. Jiraiya stood and left. The two Kages looked across the desk, and the other one said, Orochi, save it, Sarutobi-sensei. I will not endanger my people. Not for Konoha. The Uchiha is your problem. He stood. Be careful of Natas and his freaks. They are strong as any of the sannin Sarutobi built. All of them? In their own ways. Each of them has powers that put the Kekkei Genkai of Konoha to shame. Explain, please. One of the lieutenants is called Sub-Zero. The most we've been able to gather on him. He's a cryomancer. He controls ice like none other. His co-lieutenant is called Scorpion. He got some sort of symbiont spear. He also seems to manipulate fire and can't be killed. What? I saw members of Akatsuki attack him. The first to die were the immortal Hidan and Zetsu. They fell to the one man. That's what we call him. Naruto at the start of the exam sent word back that they were de-aged. I'm getting too old for this shit, Satobi muttered. Link break. The Otonin built the hospital after Jiraiya told them about the death of Kabuto, Kankuro and Dosu, and the critical condition of Kabuto. Gaara's hands swirled around him angrily. They will pay, he kept repeating. Temari was holding on to Naruto, sobbing at the loss of their sibling. Kin and Hanku were with Anko, trying to keep her from going out alone and hunting. Tsunade and Shizune were in the room with Kabuto now, while Jiraiya had left after seeing his student. The look on his face was rage, none other than that. Kimimaro stood near Naruto, his eyes in motion as he looked for the threat. We should never have let them go alone, Naruto said as Temari's sobs lessened. It's my fault. No, Temari said, looking up at him. Temari, I was in overall field command, Naruto said. He looked at the others. We're going to do this. We'll do this smart, he said. I don't think this is a good idea, Ryu said. Noted. Gasan said there is a preliminary before the third round. If you feel you can't do this, withdraw now. There will be nothing said. What are you going to do? Haku said from next to Uncle. I will continue on. I need to see what Nata has planned. Naruto informed. The other wasted no time in starting their intentions to continue on as well. Bro, Uncle said. Her voice cold, nearly motionless now. What? If you meet up with any of these freaks, kill them. Kill them all. Link break. The last day came and went, and the last teams entered the tower. Hayate gave the speech, and the two of the Konoha Genin teams gave up. They saw what happened in the forest, and with Sub-Zero and Scorpion standing there, they didn't think they could pass. Neji, Yuga, Tenten, and Rock Lee stayed in for the Konoha. For Oto, Naruto, Temari, Gaara, Ryu stayed in. Kin and Haku pulled out after a look from Tsunade. Naruto pulled out as well, surprising everyone. Naruto pulled out as well, surprising elements. Scorpion and Sub-Zero remained. Well, since we are down to 9, we shall then move on to the final round without the needs of preliminary rounds. Yato said, seeing what was left. You will have 1 month to prepare. In times past, this used to be a one-on-one tournament, but this year we're going to do something different. Hayate coughed several times before speaking again. In 1 month time, we shall have a come as you are a battle royale until what? In 1 month's time, we shall have a come as you are battle royale until the last 2 remains, where they will battle to declare the winner. So, will there only be one tuning? One of the Konoha nins asked from the back. No, this is an evaluation of abilities and skills, Hayate said. I wish you all well, and we shall reconvene in 1 month's time. As they were leaving, many of the Konoha Genin were giving those that had remained in a wide berth. Naruto smirked as he passed the Hyuga girl and gave her a wink, which caused her to gasp and turn red. Hinata, what's wrong? Her teammate with the dog asked. Naruto chuckled and kept walking. Kin, Haku, and Temari all glared at the girl as they passed by her. The message to her was clear. Stay away from my/our Naruto-kun, bitch. Naruto watched with a smirk. Good, good. Soon you shall come to me, Naruto. Konoha will sacrifice you to me to get their Uchiha back. I am quite afraid that he won't survive, however. He laughed as he faded into the shadows. His laugh echoed off the arena's walls. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this part of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the next series part as well. This is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.